So today is a very special day, because today, a Township Tale has finally launched for Oculus Quest. But here's the thing about Township, it leaves you to figure out quite a lot of the stuff, and even the tutorial can get overwhelming. So I feel like it might be necessary to make a tutorial. You're gonna see that when you first load into the game, even before you get into the tutorial, it'll bring you straight into the character creator, or to create an account if you're on Quest. But once you're in the character creator, it seems pretty overwhelming. So let's take it step by step. Over here, these are all of your body parts. You can put them on, you can take them off, you can swap out body styles, that's the same one. I like that body style, let's see. You can switch out skin color. There's two different types of eyes. You get the idea, though. There's a lot of stuff. And then eventually you get over to accessories, and there's, like, clothes. Anything with this icon means it's paid, and you don't have it. It's in-game currency, Talums, but you can just ignore those if you don't want to spend actual money. So once you've gotten all your clothing and all of that on your character, you might see it's a little bit bland, but that's where this comes in. You got two handy paintbrushes, and each of these paintbrushes can put on any clothing item, or on hair, or on eyes, any of that, and you'll see when I wave the paintbrush over, it changes the color, which who would have known? You can see I've already got my character set up. All I did was put on clothing and change the different colors. Really easy. And once you've got your character figured out and you like it, it's all good. What you can do is twist this right here, and it'll bring out a little bobblehead of your character. You can just put it right there. I'm not going to do it, as I've already got my preset, but you can put it right on this shelf, and then it'll stay there, and next time you need to select a character, which it isn't tied to any data, it's just clothing, you can just take it right off that shelf, and let's do it with a different one. You can just throw it right on. And if you want to delete a character, you can, of course, drop it into the flames. I don't want to do that. I like mine too much. Once you've got your character all nice and set up, you can just hop right onto this platform here, and you will enter the tutorial. So the first thing I did is just mute myself right here. If you hold down the top button on either of your controllers, you bring up the quick menu, and that just brings up all these different features. This one exits you to the lobby. This one pulls out a camera. You can just put it away by hovering over and letting go on the same button. Mutes, unmutes, shows names, and these two are just not important. You can friend people and stuff. So I have already done the tutorial, but you'll see on this board, these are all the different islands you gotta do in order to complete the tutorial and be able to go to any other server other than the tutorial. So we're gonna start off with the crafting island, because the crafting island is probably the most important out of all of them. First thing you're going to notice, there are other people. The tutorial is multiplayer. You'll usually be able to find someone that is more than willing to help you out with any questions you've got. But to start off, we're just going to grab, like, I don't know, 10, maybe 10 of each material. And you can see what I'm doing is I'm just taking these sticks and putting them into one of my pockets. Baubles, I don't know what you call them. You can put them in, take them out, all of that. It's important to note that tools can only go on the two side pockets. So I'm just going to go ahead and gather 10 of each material and see when I'm done. I was going to gather 10, but I think 8 is good. It's important to note that you can actually pick up dried grass, which is different than normal grass. You can see I'm trying to pick up normal grass, can't do it. I can pick up dried grass though, and honestly, that's probably good. So these are all of your objectives for the crafting island. These will be red, of course, and you'll have to complete them actually. Alright, so the first thing it wants you to do is to create a pouch. And it's important to know what a pouch actually is. So think Minecraft, like, you know how you can left click and right click to drag different amounts of items and stuff? That's more or less Township's solution to that in VR. So you'll see if I hold down grip over anything that I have multiple of, I'll just hold down grip and it'll form a pouch. So I can just hold it down and it'll vibrate, and then it'll just create a pouch as I'm like continuing to hold down grip. Just gripping and then pulling out one will do that, but you can also hold down. Pouch is just a lot better for carrying around and throwing around different amounts of items. You can see it retains its pouch form even if I let go of it, if I drop it on the ground. It's extremely useful. And what you can do with a pouch, you can actually get another pouch out of it. So I'll just grab and hold, and I get a pouch of equal size. Now between these two pouches, I can use the left and the right sticks to transfer items between them. And that is actually what the next goal is. Never mind, that's not the next goal. This is move 5 of an item between pouches. So that's really easy. You just grab and hold, and then just left and right sticks back and forth a bunch. You can actually do it all with one stick, or you can do it with both, doesn't matter. And then if you want to combine them back into one pouch, you could just put them back like that, or you can actually put it straight back into the original pouch, like that. And then you can take it, the same thing applies for a singular item. You can just drop it in. And what's cool, see, let's say I've got multiple stones down here and I just want to pick all of them up. I can flip the pouch upside down and run it across the stones and it'll pick them up. So alright, let's do the next thing. So let's craft a stone and a stick together. So I got a stone, got a stick, and what I'm gonna do is see how it's glowing on these specific points. If I line up these points, this is a bad example because it's my hand's kind of caught in the way. There we go. And let me also do that. There we go. So now you can see this point on the stick, or on the stone, excuse me. Line it up with 1 or 2 points on the stick. You can do either. You can do both actually if you've got multiple. And then once it turns blue, let go, and it turns into a tool. So this is a really basic tool. It's just a hammer, but the hammer is one of the most useful things in crafting. You can use it for carpentry, you can use it for crafting, all of that. And you'll see I will also, oh yeah, so this is another important thing to note. You can only put it on either of these side slots. See? If the slot turns black, you cannot put it there. So I'm just gonna hold on to this because I kind of need it. I don't need... Actually, I will take one more flint, because I'm gonna take a stick and a flint, combine them, you got a pickaxe. And with this, you can actually create sparks. And if you have a dried grass on the end of one of these, smack them together, you create a torch. But anyways, now that you've got your trusty pickaxe torch and your hammer, you really don't need the pickaxe torch yet. We are gonna do the last one. Craft a bag using a stone hammer. So, this is why I saved up all these materials, because if we head into the crafting building, which doesn't look like this on a normal server, but this the crafting benches are basically the same. This is where your recipe is. You can normally take them out and then put different recipes in, creates a blueprint, and all you do is you just put the correct materials in the correct spots. So, look at that. Stick goes in there, stick goes in there, and it's really all about knowing what material goes where. You can't really infer it. You kind of got to know. That's one of the issues, but once you do know, it's really simple. And then you can see these nails. These nails are not blueprints, they're just nails that you have to hammer in. They don't require a material, they just require you to hammer them. You can see there's some people over there. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna try hitting the nail, and you can see it doesn't do anything. And that's because you actually have to use force. So you'll see, use more force, and then it goes in. And you can also do these at bad angles. So you wanna make sure that you hit them straight on with enough force, and then once they do that, they're in. And then you can see needs another stick. There's a little empty spot here, so I'm gonna put some dried grass in. Need a couple more sticks. Actually, it turns out I did not give myself enough sticks. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna teleport out with A, just hold it down and then let go. teleport you to the direction. Teleport movement, simple, VR. Everyone knows it. Everyone loves it. Actually, that's not true. Not everyone loves it. A lot of people don't love it. But, gonna grab more sticks. That should be enough now. Gonna teleport back in, and we'll finish this up. Alright, and the last two things. We put a stick in, we put some dried grass in, and then you got the last nail. And there you go. Once it's done, you can just take it straight off the blueprint, the crafting bench, and you have a backpack. You can just put it on your back, it stays on your back, you can take it off your back, you can put stuff in, you can do all that, whatever. Pretty simple. There's better backpacks, but this is the one you need to make for the tutorial. So with that, crafting island done. Let's move on to the mining island. So this is why I created a flint and stick, because we need a pickaxe. And what's useful is that if you, I've already mentioned this, but dried grass, stick, make a torch, light it, and now you don't have to carry two tools at once. So with my pickaxe, I'm gonna head up and we're gonna go mining. Craft a flint and stick together, already done, pretty cool. Discover the mining island, also done. Craft a torch, also done because it's the exact same tool, and then mine 2 boulders. So these boulders you cannot mine, they're just for environmental purposes, they look cool. And same for these actually, you can't mine these either. You'll have to get used to it, but there's specific boulders that look slightly different that should be clear that you can mine. So like these, coal boulders. I'm just gonna go ahead and mine one. You just hit it over and over. You have to use force. You can see if I don't use enough force, nothing happens. And I'm just gonna keep hitting it, and there you go. That's it. You can pick up the coal. You can use the coal for whatever else you need to use it for. No purpose right now. Oh, there's copper over here. You can use copper to make better tools. Caves are pretty dark, so that is why you need a torch. And of course, this is iron, which you can't mine yet. Gotta get a better tool for that. That is the mining island done. We'll head over to the woodcutting island. You got your pickaxe, but it works as an axe as well. You can also just use one of these rusty tools that you find around the tutorial. So woodcutting, basically the same as mining. Not really the same, sort of the same. You can see this is already slightly chopped tree. I'll just do a different one. Any tree with like this pattern you can chop. Any tree with this pattern you cannot. This is just environmental, as are the boulders. And you'll see when I start chopping, it just creates like a little break where I'm chopping roughly. It is like at its own kind of point. You can see when you chop, it'll just create a line, and then you just gotta keep chopping at that one spot. You can do it, I'll do it here. And once you chop enough, it'll break. And next thing you're gonna do, you're gonna just separate it into logs. So, just did it there, you just chop it again until it's smaller. And then I'm gonna keep hitting it. And you'll see when I keep hitting it, you get some pieces of wood. And these pieces of wood are useful for fuel, they're useful for carpentry, all that stuff. And I believe that's really the main goal for this island. But you're also going to want to eat some food on this island, as that is another one of the goals. So you see I got some blueberries, I'm just going to pick them off the bush. You eat them. Pretty cool. That's it. You can also put your face up close and just like eat them straight from the blueberry bush. And that is all that you have to do for this island. So we're gonna head over to the last island, which doesn't need as much of an explanation, the meta island. You just gotta read these, this info about all of the different UI. Just remember, you have to hold down your hand on this box until it fully glows and it forces your hand off to complete the island. You gotta do it over here too with all 3 of these. And then you are done with the meta island. And with that, the tutorial island is complete. Enjoy your life in the township, and thank you for watching.